Hey, I'm Steven, but you probably already knew that, so let's talk Superman, the new movie in theaters this weekend. I got to check it out early, as usual, so no spoilers, but quick review. David Corenswet, Superman, looks the part, acts the part, feels like Superman. I'm a big fan of Tyler Hoechlin. In fact, Superman Lois is probably my favorite iteration of Superman thus far. But this is pretty good. Now, it is busy and it is very fast-paced. It definitely takes you on a ride. From the start to the finish, it does feel like you're not moving. I've seen some complaints out there because they introduced some other heroes in this and they don't really give you much of a backstory, but I don't think this movie is for a backstory for those characters, so I'm kind of okay with that. It does do a great job of dumping you right into Superman's life. We established the fact that he's been Superman for a few years now. You don't get to see the origin story. They mention it, they touch on it, it plays a part, but it's not necessarily the soul of the movie. What is the soul of the movie is humanity and family. I thought the Kents and the way the Kents were portrayed, very good. I thought the way his relationship with Lois is portrayed is very good. The action is fantastic. It is finally the Superman action that everybody has probably wanted to see on screen since the Christopher Reeve days. I like Henry Cavill. I will always believe that Henry Cavill could have done better with a better script, but I didn't like the dark, brooding Superman that we got with the quote-unquote Snyderverse. This time around, James Gunn does a great job of capturing the heart of Superman. He makes it fun. The one thing I don't like is a lot of buildings and destruction in cities. You are getting a little bit of that. But for the most part, the story works. You do have to suspend belief a little bit, but then again, it's a superhero movie, so you have to suspend belief anyway just to get through that. But for the most part, it's a pretty fun ride. It's a little bit long, but the humor works where it's supposed to work, and the overall story is very, very political, although it doesn't kind of in-your-face political. Superman is basically an immigrant. He's someone that is not of this area, and therefore you have that little plight that comes up to where just because you're different doesn't necessarily mean you're not human, which is true to an extent. So again, it's a little bit political, but it's not in your face. For the most part, it's fun. The people that I talked to on the way out all seem to have a good time with it. They all seem to enjoy it for the most part. The way they capture the original Superman theme, but they updated it, is fantastic. I love Krypto, the dog. It was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie, but it made me miss my dogs even more, so there's that. But for the most part, I loved it. Give it a whirl. It's Superman with a modern flair. Nicholas Hoult is a great Lex Luthor. He is finally a villain, and you don't need any necessarily redeeming qualities. He's just the bad guy, and that's okay. I'm curious to see where this universe goes and what comes next. We'll get into spoilers this weekend, but if you are on the fence about seeing Superman, go check it out. Grab some popcorn and forget about life for a couple of hours.